Everybody, and I am back. It is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money-taking, the man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain in YouTube entertainment today, Mr. General Zod. And today I'm here for another great review on the Season 2 of Westworld. And I'm just going to give a short review on everything, show you guys some pictures so you have some kind of scenery in the background. And, I'm going to do my normal 1 through 10 scale, tell you what I like, what I don't like, and hopefully keep this brief because I don't really like to go much on. So Westworld Season 2 picks up where Season 1 left off. There was a shocking death, and things are in chaos. The hosts have rebelled. There is a mission of sorts for the hosts to overtake the company that's currently running the park, led by Tessa Thompson, who, by the way, is extraordinary in this season. And I can see why they scooped her up for movies and things like that. There's some big reveals, some shocking moments. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who might run across this and want to see the show, but I may talk about a few things that I like, dislike. So, anyways, Westworld Season 2, what do I think about it? Well, once again, I have the images playing in the background. The way that everything is shot, the way that everything is put together, it is quite awesome. Once again, as highlighted, you can see through the background, just everything is done beautifully. Ed Harris's character goes on an amazing journey. Maeve does. Some of my highlights are the talks between Maeve and the various other characters and her arc to find her daughter. Dolores takes a turn in this one. Dolores at the end, and we saw shades of her kind of going evil. In this one, they pull a Game of Thrones, not to that extent, but she goes full on crazy and starts wanting to take out people. And the thing is this, I had a problem because it felt like a big shift for Dolores' character, and this is one of my cons, is that I think they still could have kept her with her personality she had, but had her make choices that would have been scarier because she's a very sweet, naive, nice character. And to make a switch all of the sudden, it was kind of jarring. Bernard felt like he didn't have much to do until the very end. And that really bugged me. I felt like they could have done more with his character. He's just kind of walking around doing things, not really adding much to the overall story arc until the very end. Like, I got the reasons why he was in there and stuff. There's a deeper game, but it was really weird. They do the timeline jump thing, and in this season, the timeline jumps are a lot messier than the first one. The first one served as a way to show us about William, who is the man in the black hat, and I thought it was clever. This one jumps multiple timelines, as you can see. They go into the future, they go into what's happening currently, and there's a big mystery of it all, and it felt very jarring at times. Granted, this season does pull it together at the very last second. And, it bugged me because there were so many good elements about this. And there was a lot of things that felt kind of rushed and needed to be polished. So overall, what did I think? I still think I don't prescribe to what people have said. I don't think that this season lacks that much. I think it felt very disorganized. I think the ending, the last 3 or 4 episodes are amazing in this season. I think the season final was pretty strong. I just think that there were too many ideas churning all at once. I still think it is within its own right strong. You could see the scene here. It's probably one of my favorite scenes within Westworld when we find out that Tessa Thompson's character has been taken as a robot. It was pretty good. But overall, I thought that this was a little bit weaker. They could have done more. I felt like the jumping and back and forth between the timelines was jarring, and I felt like they needed to tighten up the way that they explain the chronological timeline orders. From season 3, from what I've seen, they've kind of only been flipping between the world and our world, so it's kind of dealt with these issues. But that aside, I still think this has very good aspects. There was one throwaway episode, you'll know what it's called. I think it's called The Hunter's Moon or something like that. It's a whole episode just about the Native American guy. He plays a role. I didn't think that it should have been necessarily him just, storming through and taking a whole entire storyline. I have very mixed feelings, but overall, I don't think it's as bad as everyone says. I think this new season has been pretty strong, and, it's still worth checking out. If you're a fan of the show, there is a lot of things answered, a lot of things left open, and I think the season final really, if you pay attention, pulls everything together nicely. So in the comments below, let me know, what did you think about season 2? Were you not a fan? Were you confused like me? Did you have to watch it a couple of times? Do you have some questions? I can probably answer them, because I watched it a few to do this review. Anyways, in the comments below, let me know. Go check out our new channel, the Prophets of Geek Culture, where you can catch my comic book reviews and all things that have to do with comics on that station. And as always, remember the only rule here in Zod World: kneel before General Zod.